Can mathematics, the language of science and reason, actually prove the existence of God? Not just hint, but provide a logical, compelling case for a creator. What if the very equations that underpin reality point not to randomness, but to a mind of supreme intelligence? Today we'll explore 5 remarkable mathematical clues that suggest an intelligent creator. This isn't about abstract philosophy or blind faith. We'll use pure logic, probability, and the precision woven into existence itself. The evidence has convinced some of the world's greatest thinkers that there's more to our universe than meets the eye. Prepare to see everything, from the stars to your own consciousness, in a new light, guided by mathematics. Welcome to VerityVox Motivation. Let's dive in. Physicist Eugene Wigner called it the unreasonable effectiveness of mathematics. Why do abstract equations created in the mind so perfectly describe the physical world? A mathematician can dream up equations in isolation, and decades later, physicists find those same equations governing the cosmos. It's as if the universe was built on a mathematical blueprint. Newton's law of gravitation and Einstein's relativity weren't found by sifting data. They were born from pure mathematical reasoning, yet they predict reality with astonishing precision. Why is the universe so deeply mathematical? Is mathematics invented or discovered? If invented, its effectiveness is a cosmic miracle. If discovered, it exists independently of us, an objective reality. We're explorers in a logical landscape that predates us. This points to a profound question. Who authored this mathematical framework? A language implies a speaker, a code, a coder, a blueprint, an architect. The fact that our minds can comprehend the universe mathematically suggests a resonance between our minds and the mind that conceived the cosmos. Paul Dirac said, "God is a mathematician of a very high order." The unreasonable effectiveness of mathematics is a signpost, not a coincidence. It points away from randomness and toward an intelligent, rational source. The universe is written in a language, mathematics. The real question, who is the author? This is our first mathematical clue. The logic of the universe is not accidental, it's the signature of a mind. Mathematics is not just a tool, it's the code of creation. Let's look for more clues. Now let's examine the universe's architecture. For life to exist, the fundamental constants, gravity, electron mass, the cosmological constant, must be set with mind-boggling precision. Imagine dozens of dials. Move anyone slightly and life becomes impossible. The odds of our universe's life-permitting conditions occurring by chance? 1 in 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 123. A number so vast it defies comprehension. Believing this happened by chance requires more faith than any religion. Some propose the multiverse, infinite universes, infinite chances, but there's no evidence for this, and it just shifts the problem. Who designed the universe generator? When we see fine-tuning in human experience, we infer intelligence. A message in the sand means an author. The fine-tuning of the cosmos is a message of the highest order. Probability theory tells us when an event is astronomically unlikely and fits a specific pattern like life. The rational conclusion is design, not chance. The universe isn't just any set of constants, it's the precise set for conscious observers. The fine-tuning of the universe is our second mathematical clue. The odds against our existence are so vast that chance is implausible. The most logical explanation, deliberate design. The universe was tailored for life. It was set with purpose and precision. This is not a cosmic accident. It's the work of an intelligence beyond our own. Let's turn to Gödel, the legendary logician. Gödel's incompleteness theorems revolutionized mathematics, but he also developed a formal logical proof for God's existence. Using modal logic, dealing with necessity and possibility, Gödel constructed a rigorous argument. He defined positive properties, like all-powerful or perfectly moral, and argued that a being with all positive properties is what we call God. If it's even possible for such a being to exist, then by the rules of modal logic, it must exist necessarily. Necessary existence is itself a positive property. If a godlike being is possible, it must exist in reality. Either the concept is a contradiction or such a being necessarily exists. Gödel's logic shows it's not a contradiction. No one has found a flaw in his deduction, only debates about the axioms. The proof stands as our third mathematical clue. It shows that belief in God can be reached through rigorous mathematical reasoning. This isn't an emotional leap, it's a logical destination. Gödel, a master of logic, believed he had succeeded. The concept of God is logically coherent and mathematically defensible. The path of logic leads to a creator. What is a number? You can show me 3 apples, but not the number 3 itself. Numbers are concepts, abstractions. You can't weigh or measure them, yet they're undeniably real. 2 + 1 = 3 is eternally true, independent of human minds. This challenges materialism, which claims only matter and energy exist. Where do non-physical truths like numbers and logic reside? They're not physical nor just brain chemistry. We don't invent math, we discover it. This is Platonism. Mathematical objects exist in a non-physical realm. Most mathematicians feel they're discovering, not inventing, mathematical truths. Roger Penrose describes 3 worlds: physical, mental, and platonic mathematical forms. Abstract truths don't float in a void. In our experience, information and logic come from a mind. Language, code, logic, all products of a mind. The existence of an immaterial, objective mathematical reality suggests a transcendent mind. The unchanging nature of math reflects the unchanging nature of the mind that conceives it. God's mind is the ultimate ground of all reality, both physical and abstract. The laws of mathematics are a glimpse into the way God thinks. This elegantly explains why math describes the universe so well. The numbers are not material, they are thoughts in the mind of God. This is our 4th mathematical clue. Our final clue draws a parallel between mathematics and morality. Just as 2 + 2 = 4 is objectively true, so is murdering an innocent is wrong, independent of opinion. Many claim morality is subjective, but our deepest intuitions say otherwise. Across cultures we find universal moral principles: courage over cowardice, honesty over deceit. The laws of mathematics are absolute, universal, and immaterial. They require a foundation, a transcendent, rational mind. Likewise, objective moral laws require an objective lawgiver. Without God, good and evil are just illusions, useful fictions, not real truths. But we know there's a real difference between good and evil. The existence of objective moral law mirrors the existence of mathematical law. Both are non-physical, universal, and absolute. This parallel suggests a common source. The same God who grounds logic and mathematics also grounds morality. The universe is not only mathematically intelligible, it is morally structured. If we accept immaterial, universal laws in math, it's plausible to accept them in ethics. Both point to a transcendent source of truth and goodness. The God who is the great mathematician is also the great lawgiver. The numbers declare his glory. Our conscience confirms his commands. We've journeyed through logic, probability, and abstraction, and the conclusion is compelling. The universe runs on an elegant code written in numbers. Numbers and logic are not products of matter, but of a mind. The cosmos is a great thought, not just a great machine. If reality's mathematical structure points to a supreme intelligence, your existence is not an accident. The same precision that fine-tuned the universe was involved in your creation. The math proves it. You are here for a purpose. The numbers don't lie, and neither does God.